viewers to our next episode of My African Show, where we discuss a lot of interesting topics concerning cultural, societal, and style in the society, Africa, and the globe at large. Today, I'm having speakers from three schools, which is Greater Banjul and Star Preparatory, and then some of them are really already known in this program. But before I actually introduce you to them, I would love to go on a little break, and then I will be right back. Welcome back to My African Dream Show. Here we'll be discussing on today's topic, which is the evil of single parenting. You would agree with me that this is actually a global concern, as it is. A lot of people talk about this, and we are looking for the solution. And so we want to actually be part of the solution. It is a global thing. So I've brought in three students to speak on this issue, which is evil of single parenting. So I would love you to meet them one after the other. To my extreme left, I have my extreme left. Yes. Tell us about you.
Well, good morning to viewers. I am Maman Sanyahate, a student of Greater Banjul Senior Secondary School, and I am 19 years old.
Thank you, Maman sir. And are you a Gambian?
I am a Gambian, and I'm a Sarahule by tribe.
Okay, Maman sir is a Gambian. She is a Sarahule by tribe. You're welcome to today's show. Yes?
My name is Joyce Isaac Gillen. I'm 11 years old.
Okay.
And I just want to say good morning to all viewers.
Beautiful. Are you a Gambian?
I'm a Gambian British.
Oh, she is mixed. She is a Gambian British. So we have a Gambian British in the show today. And then to my right.
Hi viewers, my name is Mariam Jallo, a student of Greater Banjul Senior Secondary School, and I am 19 years old, a Fuller by tribe.
Okay, we have a Fuller by tribe here. And let's go straight up to the point. The first question I'll be having to ask you all is, what is single parenting? What do you understand by the topic, simple or single parenting? Let's start with our right side.
Okay, when we talk about single parent, single mean one.
Okay.
Single parent is a situation where it's a situation where one partner live and stay with children or with child or children rather.
Okay. Wow, she gave a good definition there. And then we move on to the next person. What do you understand by the word or by topic single parenting?
Single parenting means it's the situation by which a single parent lives with, who does not have a husband or a wife, lives with his children or child.
Okay. Here we have another definition which is close to C. Jallo. Now let's have you.
Okay, well, single parenting simply means a condition where single parent does not have a wife or a husband and living with a child or children in a family.
Okay. Well, my viewers, you have heard what they say about single parenting, the definition of single parenting. It is a situation or a condition whereby a husband or a wife live with the children on their own. So let's move on to the next question on my list here. What are the reasons women become single mothers? What are the reasons women become single mothers?
Okay, one reason I should tell is divorce. Divorce is the legal separation between a husband and a wife. Yeah.
Any other reason again you can give us?
Yeah, widow.
Widowed, okay.
This is a situation where one partner lost his or her spouse.
Okay. To my right hand side, she gave me two reasons. Number one is widowed. This simply has to do with a partner losing his or her partner. That is, maybe the husband lose the wife or the wife lose the husband. And then number two, she talked about divorce, which is a legal separation between a man and the woman. Let's ask from my own left hand side here, the British.
Unwanted pregnancy.
Unwanted pregnancy. Can you expatiate? Can you talk about that?
This is when a woman gets pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
If she even is married or not married, if she gets pregnant and then the husband is not ready or able to take care of the child, he just walks away or run away like that.
Yeah. The British just gave us a good point here. Unwanted pregnancy. When it comes, when you are not ready for it, I guess anybody can walk away, isn't it? And most times it can be the man who does not want to show that responsibility. Isn't that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Beautiful. And do you have another point for us, yeah?
Nothing.
No, not for now. Okay. Let's give the microphone to.
Well, one of the reasons can also be choice. Yeah, because some people, like some women or men, they feel like being single without any reason.
Like seriously?
Yes, they just feel like being single. You see,
do you agree with her in the house?
You just hear some people saying that I just want to be single. I don't want to get married. I don't want children. I don't want anything. I just want to be alone. I want to be by myself. That's what some people prefer. And then the other one also can be a religion and cultural belief. Yeah, it can be like example. I am a Sarawule,
okay,
and you are a Mandinka.
Okay.
I can also say or my people will say, my elderly people, they will say, he is a Mandinka and you are a Sarawule. Okay. You should get married to Sarawule, not Mandinka. You know that? Yeah. And also it is also one of the causes or one of the reasons to parenting. Single parenting, to be single parenting.
She gave us something very interesting that I even learnt about right now, choice. Because I never knew that somebody would wake up one day and say, I want to be a single parent. I just learned that in the house right now. And you all believe in that, which is true. And she talked about culture and religion. Yes, it does affect a lot. Muslim and the Christian, you are Madinka, you are Sarahuli, and all those stuffs. It really affects a lot, and it leads to single parenting. And the next one, any other contribution there again? Okay, I think she has another contribution.
Okay. The other contributions are that the other reasons can be also unfair treatment.
Unfair treatment.
Yes. Okay. Like when the first day we see each other, then we fall in love, then we get married, and then. But my expectation was that you respect me and valued my feelings, and then but I couldn't. Or at the end of the. As time goes on, I didn't see that. Okay. So you will be humiliating me, disrespecting me in public. Okay. And also, you can take your decision that my wife, she didn't respect me and she'll be humiliating me. I can just walk away. You just break about divorce. It's also one of the reasons to single parenting.
Okay, Mamansa just told us right now that unfair treatment leads to single parenting. That is, if there is no respect from either of the spouse, it can lead to single parenting. Everybody deserves to be respected, which is the truth. And if you do not respect your spouse, if you do not value your spouse, anybody can choose to walk away. I think that is what she is trying to say. And any other contribution there again?
Okay, well, Infidelity.
Infidelity. Okay.
Yes, it can also be one of the reasons to single parenting. That's it, because like if your partner is not faithful to you, you can just break up or walk away. Yeah,
Whoa.
because you cannot be with someone who is not faithful to you. It's painful. Yeah, if you cannot digest it or you cannot sustain with that, or you cannot live with that, you can just simply walk out, break up.
Okay, yes, she gave us another interesting contribution, the infidelity, which we know is actually one of the deadly diseases, I can call it, that breaks up homes. Nobody really wants to have an infidel partner, both the man or the woman. So that is a very good contribution there. And then we will move on to the next topic here with the next question I'll be having for the house is what are the effects of single parenting on parents? What do you think are the effects of single parenting on parents? Let me start from the right hand side.
Okay, the other one is problem of accepting new relationship.
Problem of accepting new relationship.
Yeah, the affected partner may not feel to accept another relationship because he or she is having in the back of his or her mind, that the same thing, like if she engage in another relationship, she will have the same heartbreak or others, like painful things will happen to her. The same thing, like what happened to him or her before. Yeah, that's it.
Well, that is a very good contribution there. She talked about problem of accepting new relationship, which is once bitten, twice shy. Whoever goes through one thing will be scared of repeating it again. So it also can be a problem or the effect of single parenting on parents. Any other contribution from your side? Do you have another one? Okay.
Unhappiness.
Unhappiness. Okay.
Yes, like the affected partner may feel unhappy when him or her realize that he is not like before. She usually see a partner before him or her, and nowadays she just sit and without seeing anybody on her. If he or her think about that, him or her think about that, she will feel that she is very lonely. Okay. And unhappy.
Okay, unhappiness, yeah. But don't you think that the partner may be very happy that I don't have a partner again?
Yeah, others feel it, but others do not feel it.
Okay, well, that answer really tells us that single parenting is evil, isn't it? So it is not a good thing. Beautiful. So now let's move on to my left-hand side, the British. What do you think? Give us your own contribution.
Okay, unhappy,
Okay, someone talk about unhappiness. You have any other one there again?
No, financial struggle.
Financial struggle. How do you talk about that?
Okay, being left to raise a child alone, it's not easy, to be honest with you. You will find it hard to have, like, to be a single parent is hard because some of us, like some of the people are housewives, they don't have jobs and find very hard to raise like children. Some of us here have around 9 children or about lot of children, so it's very hard. Some of them may stay back at school and the elders will go to school and then all that stuff.
Wow. So financial struggle is actually a very interesting point there, and I think I will also advise that we should also watch the children we give birth to, like we should be able to control, because I think if this can happen and you have a child or two, I think you can still, but in Africa we tend to have a lot of children. I know of someone that had close to 15 children. I don't know if the person could lose the husband, or what will happen, what will become of her, and she's just a petty trader. So I think we should be able to like control our giving birth to our children and things like that. So that is a very interesting point. Thank you for that. And do you have a contribution for us too?
Yeah, I have it. Okay. Which is promotion of immorality.
Promotion of immorality.
Sure.
Interesting point.
That is most of the single parenting, they promote immorality in a sense that, like, if you get married to a man, if the man passed away or you divorced with the man, or you like the time you get married to him, the time you were under his control, let me say divorce, the time you were under his control, you pick a call, like example, my husband called me, my line is busy, he will be complaining, you understand? And then also like, but if you divorce with him, you feel like I am free like a bat. Like I have one of a friend of mine, like She was married. That's 21 years old. She's in 21 years this year.
Okay.
But this particular girl got married, and then the time she got married, the husband is a Maracas. Let me say that. So the husband asked her to put on this one hijab, so start covering the face. But the time they cannot settle down. Every time dispute, conflict, problem till they divorced. The time they divorced, the girl just take off the hijab, everything, and said, "Oh, now me, I'm free like a bird. I can dress anyhow I feel like. I can go anywhere I feel like." And social media, she will be using it like 24 hours. Wow. She will be using social media, Facebook, chatting, and you can even see some of the example. Like if you request for a friend, either a girl, yes, a lady, you chat with him, with her, 1, 2, 3. You say, "Me, I have children. I have two or three children." You understand? So it's also if one of the effects on this one, parenting, single parenting.
Okay, But you discover that once they are single, once they break up, you discover that they throw caution into the wind. They feel like I have no one watching me. My life is going on, so I can do anything. So they can be involved in a lot of relationship, which can promote immorality in the society, like she's just said. So let's move on to our next question here that I have on my list, which is effect of single parenting on children. We've talked about the effect of single parenting on the parents themselves, isn't it? Then what about the children?
Like children are involved in this drug abuse.
Drug abuse?
Yes, dangerous behavior on children. Many children involved in this drug abuse, prostitutes, crimes, etc. It's because they lack model guardians or fatherly guardians. And as many of them, if you ask them,
okay. Yes, she talked about bad behaviors do with crime. It can have to do with drug abuse, prostitution, and things like that, because they don't have motherly guidance, have fatherly guidance, or someone like that. So that is a very good point from C. Jallo. Do you have any other points you want to contribute before I move on to another person?
Yes.
Okay, please.
Sense loss of children.
Sense of loss.
Yes,
okay.
Children who are bear the pain of single parent, living with single parents, they feel unwanted, and they feel isolated too. Yeah.
Okay. I believe you're saying that a child that grows up with a single parent feels isolated, feels unwanted, you feel like I'm alone. Oh, okay. That is a very good point there. Thank you for that point. And then let's move on to my left-hand side here.
Okay, suffering academically.
Oh, wow. Okay, suffering academically. Okay.
The child may have an exam, then the father just passed away like that. Then the child will have obviously they will fail the exam because of the stress, the pain, all that stuff.
Okay.
And if it was me, I would have if I was the parent, I would take my child to the psychologist to express themselves.
You see, the British just gave us a very good clue right now that if actually a parent passed away, it affects the child psychologically, and she advised that in such occasion the child can be taken to see a psychologist for a kind of briefing or interaction and things like that. That is very good. So you discover that even if it is not that the spouse passes away, single parenting doesn't have to do with the father dying or the mother dying.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just about separation, isn't it? So when this happens, either the father is dead or the mother is dead, or they just went their separate ways, it still affects the children, their concentration, isn't it? Okay, do you have another contribution there again?
No, I don't.
Okay, let's move on to the right hand side too.
Okay, one of the effects on children on concern about single parenting is self-esteem. Yes, these kids lose self-esteem in a sense that they don't believe in themselves.
Okay.
Like I can say, oh, you know me, I have the bold mind to come here and then face the media and speaking of what is in me.
Okay.
And then some of them, they will say, you look at you, how ugly you are. If I told her I am you, I will not even go outside. I will just keep myself inside. And that particular children or that particular person will not have the self-esteem.
Okay.
Will for her also, what is he or
He.
he? See, the person will have in that mind that me, I'm ugly, I cannot face people. I will feel shy to go out. So that self-esteem, we the children need to build up that one. Self-confidence, believe in ourselves, no matter how we are. Whether ugly, beautiful, or what, we have to have the bold mind to speak up, or what is in us, we have to have the mind to say it out.
To say that, okay.
Yes.
What you're trying to say is that the moment you grow up with a single parent, you tend to lose your ego.
Exactly.
Sometimes you say you tend to lose your self-esteem. You tend to be discouraged in many ways, and you discover that many of these children or those you see on television, they are not really the best of them. They are just the bold ones who can brave up and stand up and speak. Now, the issue of you losing a father or losing a mother, it affects. So it definitely takes away your self-ego when you see other children. Oh my God, I wish my daddy was with me. I wish my mommy was with me. I wish the both of them were here. So it really affects. Thank you for that point. Do you have another one again you want to contribute?
Yeah, that is one of the effects also on children.
Okay.
It's individual convictions of gender behavior. Yes, like most of the children, they hate runaway parents, like either father or mother.
Somebody just run away right now.
Run away, yes, run away. Okay. And then that's part. Like example, my mom, she was she divorced. She divorced with my father. Okay. And then that time I was young. The time I was young. Then later on, the time I grow up, and then we do chat, and then instead of for her to give me courage or any other thing, she would just say, all men are the same. Understand? All men are the same. So like me too, I would have that mind. I would have that in me that all men are the same. Even like people, like you cannot judge a book by the cover. Okay. It's like that. Anybody who I meet, I would say, maybe my mom once told me that this one, all men are the same. So this one also may be the same. Understand? I will not have time. They will make them. They will hate parents or any other person like who run away or abandon them.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that is a very interesting point, which is really, really true. If you see all the single parents, those that are, I will call them unrepented single parent. They don't want to repent. They don't care. They are so happy being single parent. It's simply because of what they grew up with. Most of them grew up with the idea of, men are useless. Women are useless. And who told you? My mom. Now let me give you an instance. I know of a student like that. So she is so negative about men. So one day I called her and I was like, what happened? She told me that she grew up as a single parent. That the mother would always tell her, all men are useless. And when she said, Mommy, why? She would like, go and see your father. Look at how your father is. Your father left me. Your father did this. Your father did that. She, instead of her to instill a good discipline into this child, all she do is just corrupt the child. And the child will grow up hating men no matter what. So it's a very big problem, truly. It's a very big problem. Even the men to do it. Some men will tell their male child, hey, women are useless. And that's why you see the male child grow up beating their wives in the house. So it's a very big problem. Thank you so much for that contribution. There is there any other one you want to okay. Who wants relationship difficulty?
Yes.
Okay.
It will be very hard for the kids. It will be very hard for the kids to groom good behavior, good relationship.
Wow. So it will be very hard for them to relate with other kids.
Yes, it will be very hard. And that is because they don't trust anyone. And many of them did it because of what their parents explained to them.
Damn.
Yeah, like, you know, as a parent, for sure, it's not easy to be single parents. It's not easy taking care of your children alone, doing everything alone. It's not easy, yes. And if you tell your children that your father left me when I was pregnant, your father did that, it's not right. Yes, just like what you said. You just have that the child will to continue keeping that bad mind on him or her. Yes,
okay.
Man. Yeah.
Okay, so that leads to a single parenting, and that leads to the evil of single parenting on the kids. Also, so thank you for that contribution. It's a very interesting contribution, and I'm learning a lot about things myself too. So we will move on to the next question that I have on my list here. What are the solutions? We've talked about the problems. We've discussed about the definition of single parenting. We talk about the evil of single parenting on the parents and on the children. So what do you think could be the solution? Every problem they say always have a solution, isn't it?
Yeah.
So beautiful. Now let's see what the solutions could be from the house, and let's take it from my right hand side.
Like, divorce is not an opinion.
Divorce is not an opinion. Please say it out loud again.
Divorce is not. Okay. Divorce is not an opinion.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Okay.
Like two couples, if you get married, you have your own way to solve your problem instead of divorce. Divorce is never a solution, and it will never be a solution. Many people think that divorce is a solution, while it's not the right solution. As a husband or a wife, if you have a problem with your partner, you have to sit and talk about it, chat about it. If you know that you cannot solve the problem between two of you, just try and inform others to come in and talk to them. Yeah.
That is a very good point. She said divorce is not the solution. Now, you see, the generation we are right now is actually contributing negatively to this aspect of it, really. I believe that once you are married, you should stay married. And that is why when you go to the altar and you want to get married, they will always say, for richer and poorer. That was in those days. But you see, our new generation says that it is for richer and richer. These days, they say richer and richer. So when you are poor, you are on your own. You see what I'm talking about? But that should not mean that you should leave your partner for anything. Once you are married, you stay married till you are dead. That is what we were brought up with. But this generation have changed. And you discover that once this happens and there is divorce, it leads to single parenting. And it has a lot of effects on both the single parents and the children. Okay, that is a very good point there. Divorce is not an option. Yes? Do you have any other points?
Yeah. Okay. And media houses will help to sensitize, like My African Dream show.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. That is good. She just promoted us a little bit here right now. She promoted us a little bit here. She said, like My African Dream show. So this should be done on media houses to be able to sensitize the public, the society, on evil of single parenting and every other societal vices. That's beautiful. Thank you so much for your contribution there. I really appreciate that. Yes, to my left hand side.
Okay. Never blame yourself for anything that happened to you. Everything happens for a reason.
She said, never blame yourself for anything that happens to you. Wow. Everything happens for a reason. I guess it's a very good advice to our single parents out there. Be you a man, be you a woman, don't just kill yourself over nothing. Life happens. Things happen. So when you find yourself in the situation, just live through it. believe you are not alone. Okay, any other contribution there again?
Anybody who is affected by single parents, know that you are not alone in this.
She said it again, that you are not alone. You see, some people, they will just come up and tell you, hey, my situation is so worst, I want to kill myself. But if you should leave your zone and go to another zone, you discover that someone else's situation is more worst. So you are not alone. It is not only you. It happens to a lot of people. So just put your mind at peace and focus, and you're going to make it, even as a single parent or even not as a single parent. So remember that you are not alone. Thank you so much. Do you want to contribute again? Have another one again? Yeah. Okay, she has another one again there.
Find free time for yourself. For example, go on a picnic, go on a beach, go somewhere with your family, go on vacation or something like that, so you can get your mind off things.
That is another wonderful location right now. That's another wonderful contribution. Our British speaker here contributed, and she said that you should go on a picnic, which is the truth. You need to free your mind. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, isn't it? So if instead of you to just sit at home, kill yourself over nothing, come on, pick up your bags and go on a trip with some people, have fun and free your mind. That is what she just advised the single parents out there. Now, do you have any contribution for us?
Yeah, one of the solutions also can be attain financial stability. Be okay financially.
That's a very interesting point of it. To be sincere with you, the moment you are independent, I'm not saying that you're not going to feel your partner who leaves you, but the moment you are independent, you won't kill yourself over this. You keep living. You only have to miss him or her, probably because of the emotions, the feelings. But when it comes to the monetary aspect of it, taking care of your kids, you are going to survive. The reason many women or many men kill themselves over single parenting stuff is because they are not financially stable, especially the women. They don't work. They depend on the men. So when the man leaves, and the man will be so happy to leave, because he will believe, when I leave you, you're going to suffer. You will see now, watch me. Let me leave you, you will suffer, because I'm the one bringing in the money. But when they do that, truly you will suffer because you're not working. If you are actually independent financially, you will not care. That is a very interesting contribution there. And you have another one there?
Yeah, you can also, as parents, you should discourage children getting pregnant outside wedlock.
Wedlock, discourage children from getting pregnant outside wedlock. I remember then when I was a child. I'm not a female, but I used to listen to our elders very well. They will say to my sisters that they will say, don't take money from a man you cannot sleep with. In those days, that was what we were brought up with. Don't take money from a man or something from a man you cannot sleep with. But these days, you will see some children coming home with a lot of gifts. The mother will smile and receive it. And when that thing happens at the end, it becomes a problem. So you having been pregnant before those is a big problem, isn't it? So that's a very good contribution from the house. Do you have any other one?
And again? Also, affected parents who go for exercise regularly.
Whoa, exercise. I think we have this exercise club in the Gambia, yeah. Isn't it? Does anybody know any exercise club in the Gambia? You have, okay?
I think FOIH.
FIOH?
Of Aminata.
Okay, they do you see, that's a very interesting one there. So single parents in the house, or our viewers who are single parents, please, we advise you to go to FIOH and register there for exercise. It's a very good advice. Yes, any other one?
And don't be hard on yourself.
Don't be too hard on
anything
yourself.
that happens, it happens for a good reason.
Don't be too hard on yourself. I like that contribution that you are advice you are giving to our single parents out there. This is a child, a young girl giving you this advice, or giving the mothers, her mother or her daddy or any other elder out there the advice. Please don't be too hard on yourself. Things happen, life happens. Just take it like there is this thing I know. This story I was told when I was young. It was like a little calf in a pit. So the little calf caught itself in the pit, and people do come to the pit to dump refuse. When they dump the refuse, the little calf would shout, "Hey, my body's dirty. Can't you see I'm here? Stop dumping the refuse." They did not listen. They kept dumping the refuse in it. But at a point, the little calf was like, "Wait, let me see. I think there's something reasonable about this thing here." You know what little calf did? When the refuse got to a point, little calf was like to the side and they were dumping. He was not saying, please, everybody come and dump the refuse. Come and dump your refuse here, and people were rushing to dump refuse. At a point, the little calf stepped on the refuse and got out of the pit. That is life. You don't have to be too hard on yourself. Turn your lemon to lemonade. Isn't that what we were taught?
Yes.
Good. So don't be too hard on yourself. Shit happens all the time.
And also this one, which is marriage is for everything.
Okay.
So you have to campaign the society to sensitize.
Okay.
Yes, to sensitize the
Society.
The evil of bad parenting.
Okay. Of
Yes,
single
the
parenting.
evil of single parenting. Sorry.
Okay.
The evil of single parenting.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, beautiful. She said to sensitize the society, the community on the evil of single parenting. Some people don't even know it's bad. That is one problem. Knowledge is power, so they say. So the moment you sensitize them, they will be able to understand that there is negativity in what they are about to do in any way. So do you have any other contribution here in the house?
No, thank you.
Any other contribution in the house? Oh, that was a very beautiful contribution you all gave, and I believe our viewers out there will also learn one or two things, even as I am learning from you people. And then right now we have discussed the definition of single parenting, the evil of single parenting on both parents and the kids themselves, and we will be going on a little break, and when we come back we will talk more about this topic. Don't just touch the dial. Welcome back, viewers at home. You are watching my African Dream show on Jamano Media House. This is our new episode, which we are talking about the evil of single parenting. It has been so interesting if actually you are just joining us. So I would love to tell you what we really talked about a little bit, and the people, the speakers in the house. We have Mamansa from Greater Banjo School. She is Sarah Huli, a Gambian, to my extreme left. And I have Joyce Aisha too. She is a British Gambian, and then she is a student of Star Preparatory, and she is to my left also. And I have C. Jallo, a student of Greater Banjo, and she is a Fula, say a Gambian. So they are all in the house talking about the evil of single parenting. And this I will continue by asking you the remaining questions we have on our list, and that is, should single parenting be encouraged?
No, I say no to that question. No. Yeah, single parents will not be encouraged.
Single parenting should not be encouraged. Okay?
Yes, and the reason why I say it should not be encouraged is because of the evil deed in it. It's very bad to be encouraged, to encourage single parents rather. Yeah.
Okay, she said it's a very bad thing to encourage single parenting. That is, anybody out there should not encourage single parenting. Yes, to my left hand side.
I also say no to it.
Say no to single parenting. Beautiful. Yeah. Okay. Why do you I have to say no.
Because it affects the children and also the parents.
She's so concerned about this. It affects both the children and the parent, isn't it? Beautiful. Learn to my other side there.
Okay, well, single parenting, from my point of view, it shouldn't be encouraged.
Should not be encouraged.
Yeah, it shouldn't be encouraged. Should not be encouraged because, just look. First, one of the problems is lack of self-esteem. Yes, students do not, children do not lose confidence or should not lose confidence in themselves. Themselves. It's not correct. Then, and on second also, it will not only affect the children, but it will affect both the children and the parents too. And it's can you imagine the evil is not only the parent but the children too. So it will affect. If at all it's happening in a society, it will affect the entire society, let me say.
That is what I wanted to really ask. You see, that is a very good point there. That means that single parenting does not only affect the children and the parent, it also affects the society as a whole. Beautiful. Because, okay, now let's move on to the next question, which is almost our last question on this list here. We want to contribute. Okay. Okay.
Though single parents, because of it, others, the other one is dead. And that one is natural thing. Nobody can stop it from happening. Yeah, it shouldn't be encouraged for sure. If I thought it was only it's from man. Yes, it should not. It should not be encouraged rather. Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, what she is saying right now is if it is death, one cannot stop it. That is a different thing. But when it comes to the aspect of men's work, like you walking away, it should never be encouraged. Marriage is a forever thing. Before you walk away from your partner, think of your children, think of the future of even the partner you are walking away from, and think of the effects, adverse effects on the society as a whole. Beautiful contribution there. And I would love to ask this: are you affected by single parenting, or you know individuals affected? Who can answer this? Yes. Are you affected by it, or you know individual affected by this society?
Yeah, I'm affected. Yeah. I was by the time I was young, my mom and dad just divorced. Divorced. Yes. At that time, I didn't know anything. But after later on, by the time I get matured, my dad explained to me, and my mom the same thing. Though they get separated, what that doesn't mean I should not talk to my mom. I still feel bad about it. I don't feel any bad about it.
Wow, thank you for that honesty. That simply means that you are speaking out of experience. Whoa, that's beautiful. And are you affected by single parenting, or you know somebody that is affected by single parenting?
Actually, I'm affected.
Okay.
My father passed away on 2020.
Oh, sorry about that. Wow, the British just explained to us that she is affected. But our own case is that our dad passed away, which has to do with widowed. That was what we talked about. And she is also speaking out of experience of what she has to pass through being raised up by a single parent, a mom alone. So you can see I actually selected the right people for the show. Okay, now are you also affected, or you know somebody that is affected?
Well, actually, I am affected.
Affected, okay?
Yes. Mine is not due to divorce, but due to death.
Okay.
My dad passed away since 2013. And can you imagine the 2013 up to now? How many years? And there is a lot of challenges my mom passed through. And then sometimes she lose hope, sometimes she discouraged. But we the children, we give her hope. You understand? Like, it's that sometimes even like financial struggle. There's a lot of things. Then the depression, she will be depressed and she will be confused. At times I will just, we the big ones, we the elderly ones in the farm, among the children, okay. We just bear and say, okay, now look, why don't you satisfy my younger ones as my siblings instead of me? Forget about us. For us, we can manage. But these ones they are the one who they are the problem now. Okay, now, but that is all about like single parenting shouldn't be encouraged. Understand? Shouldn't be encouraging.
Wow, our third speaker just gave us a clue that she is actually affected, which has to do with widow too, and she told us a little thing that she passed through in the house, and that is really very interesting for her to share to us of this thing. We really appreciate that from her. You want to contribute also, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is about depression.
Depression, okay.
My mom often goes inside her room and hides away from us and starts crying.
Whoa.
She doesn't want us to know she's crying. She wants to stay strong for us, but sometimes it's too much for her. I used to want to cry, but I used to think of my younger brother.
Whoa.
So if I cry, he will have a lot of
problems
to go on. So I'm just trying to stay strong for him.
Wow, that is a very mind-touching contribution there, and they actually spoke from their experience. So they are not just talking; they are speaking from experience, which simply shows that single parenting should never ever be encouraged in any way. And that was really interesting, which will bring us to actually and thank you for watching. My name remains Mike Williams, and you're watching Jamano Media House, My African Dreams. God bless.
Thank you for watching.